This is Penny. Welcome back to my Crazy Jewelry Lady channel. This is going to be the very first video in a series that I'm going to be teaching on becoming a reseller. Because I've been doing the jewelry, and I like doing the jewelry, but there's so many people like me that you just keep buying it because you're so addicted to getting this jewelry in and going through it and checking it out and getting the silver, the gold out and looking for things that you collect like Bakelite or Trifari or, Napier or things like that. So I'm going to start this. This is going to be lesson number 1 on starting your resale business. And I'm hoping by the time we go through these videos, the time you watch these videos, that you will be able to successfully put your jewelry on and make some money. Or if you don't want to do jewelry, then I'm hoping these videos will inspire you to get out there and source and figure out what it is that you want to sell. So number 1 in reselling, first you have to make the decision. Okay, I want to become a reseller. I want to work from home. I want to be home with my children. I'm tired of working my 9-to-5 job. I really just wish I could be my own boss, sleep late, wear my pajamas as I work. And like me, I like to watch true crime while I'm listing. So that's the life you want. First, you have to decide, is that the life you want? Now that if you decide that that's what you want to do, I will bring a disclaimer to you that it gets lonely. It gets very, very lonely being a reseller. You don't have coworkers. You're not having a reason to get up and get dressed. You can get into a funk. You can get into a blah. So make sure that you have a personality that's more of an introvert and not an extrovert, because I'm an extrovert. I love to be around people. I love to talk. I love interacting. And sometimes it gets really, really lonely sitting here listing jewelry all day and, not having a reason to get dressed. Y'all are the only reason I put on makeup and do my hair. Girl, I wouldn't even wear any makeup. But I'm like, okay, I've got to start looking like I'm alive on these channels and not some walking corpse that is half dead. I want to bring y'all inspiration, but if I look like I'm like that, y'all aren't going to watch me. If you want to be a millionaire, watch a millionaire. If you want to be a reseller, watch someone that knows about reselling. If you want to do the stock market, watch somebody that does, find out someone that's successful or that has knowledge in what you want to do. Okay, so now that you've decided, okay, I'm going to weigh my pros and cons. And a lot of people will start doing their reselling while they're working. That way, when they can get that income to where they need to pay their bills and they can quit the other job. But there are so many people doing 6 figures. There are people that are, one lady, she makes $40,000-$50,000 just on Poshmark on clothes, just on Poshmark on clothes. That wouldn't even be the other platforms. So it's a hustle and slow down kind of business. You do have to stay motivated. You're going to have to make a schedule to stick to that schedule, because that's my problem. I'm doing my true crime videos. I'm doing my crazy jewelry lady videos, but I still have to list because I'm not making money from my blog or any of these videos. So I have to do something with this. I haven't shown you this. This will be another video, but I have to do something with this. I can't just keep buying jewelry and piling it up and piling it up. What do I do with this? So these little series is going to teach you how to organize your stuff, what platforms to put them on, how to do your shipping, finding your niche, finding what it is that you enjoy and that you want to sell. There's many people that do antiques, and I know one lady that bought nothing but glass. She loved vases and glass and made a complete living on doing glass. Stuffies. There's people that go buy stuffed animals. One lady sells nothing but stuffed animals, and she makes a living. One person sells nothing but jeans. There's a homeschool mother that goes to the bins and she buys school books, like little kids books that they can read, and like the Magic Tree House and stuff. She sells nothing but books. I sell jewelry. And I didn't always sell jewelry. I used to sell clothing. I've sold antiques. I've sold books. I've sold everything. But find out what makes you happy, because if you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're not going to want to get up every day and stick to this very strict schedule. One lady chooses a Cricut and goes to the dollar store and buys these little cups and puts names on them. People love customized things. I have a Cricut. I've never used it. My kids use it. I haven't ventured there yet. But there's people that make earrings. They you can find one thing and do it good. One of my favorite shows is Shark Tank. And their advice is, don't get too many barcodes. You want to find something good you're doing, stay with that. You get to doing too many things, you're going to get away from your base of what you're doing, and you're going to get so caught up in the wind of change, and you're going to lose that consistency and customer base that you could have had, that consistent income. Anyhow, some people sell, cell phones. People go around to yard sales and get nothing but vintage toys. Just giving you some ideas of finding your niche. And if you'll go over there to my thecrazyjewelrylady.com, www, I have a whole article on finding your niche, what works for you. Because when you're looking for this niche, you have to understand you're going to have to store this stuff. Where are you going to find these items? Are they going to be hard to find? Are you going to have to put out a pretty penny? Because the less you sell, the more profit you will make. You want to buy cheap and sell, comparably with other people. You don't want to be too high. You don't want to price yourself out of a sell, but you don't want to sell low and leave money on the table. A lady reached out to me the other day because I just started selling on Facebook Marketplace through List Perfectly, and I'll do a whole video on List Perfectly. And she was telling me, this lady, just an hour talking to me about she wanted some news magazines. I don't have magazines. I only had crafters jewelry for sale. She said, I need magazines. Can you buy me some magazines and send them to me? And I'm like, well, I just sell jewelry and crafters lots and stuff like that. So she started telling me about these paper beads, and people sell kits like paper beads. She said a toothpick, and you can take any kind of paper, construction paper. You can take wall paper. Women used to make beads from their wallpaper, and you can make this whole kit and sell this kit. I had thought once, because I live in Florida and there's so many shark's teeth where I live, like we can go in the Peace River and we can get shark's teeth all day long, or to where the mines have dug up the pits and they've opened them up now so we can go fish there where there's shark's teeth. So I thought about taking some sand, building a little box, taking some sand, and you can buy these little scrapers. I think psychologists have them in their room. My daughter's a therapist, not a psychologist. And she has these little scrapers, and you could put shark's teeth in there, and you could sell them to homeschool groups so that they could find fossils. And, I just thought that would be just such an innovative way to do. And then I thought about doing fairy houses. People like to build things, but they don't want to go out and look for leaves and twigs and acorns and things like that. You can start little fairy kits for your niche. You can get one thing that works well for you. There was a story about a lady that didn't know what to sell. She wanted to sell on Etsy. So she went outside and took these little boards that her husband had left over when he was sawing, and she painted them and put names on them, and she made a living selling small pieces of boards with names on them. Pretty cool. So you can come up with anything. Got a friend that sells charms. does really well just selling charms. And now I know they're coming up, and this is an idea that I thought of. These girls are wearing back, their 80s are coming back, I guess, or punk rock, but they're wearing from one loop in the front to the loop in the back, they're wearing a chain, and then there's charms on them. Those are fixing to really come out. You'd have to find the like lobster claw here, a chain, and then buy charms. I just bought my daughter some off of Shein. So pictures with jewelry, that's what I want to do. I want to take my broken pieces of jewelry. When I get jewelry, and I want to make every single piece count. Sell off your crafters lots, things you don't want, things that are broken. You can put things you don't want into a mixed lot, or you can take and make pictures out of the chains and the brooches and things like that. I'd even thought about making brooches from some of this stuff, or making pendants or whatever, making weird earrings. Someone even went and got the wooden USA, what do you call that? Puzzle up map of the USA puzzle. And they were making earrings or brooches or something from it. Weird, just weird things. I seen where you were taking like beer bottle things and putting pictures on them and making earrings and stuff like that. It's limitless. So, do you want to be not a millionaire? Do you want to be a reseller? So stay tuned to these series. I know this is my jewelry channel, but I'm going to put more things on here, things that are frugal to help people to make, save money on college, and I can show you how to get your coupons. And I used to be a couponer, so I'm hoping to do a frugal section. This section is about reselling. What is reselling? It's buying things, not, it's called, what do you call it? Arbitrage is buying new stuff. I'm talking about finding something you can make, or finding things that are pre-loved or pre-owned, or things you can upcycle. Go look on Etsy at upcycled shirts. They take shirts and sew crazy stuff on them, $100 all day long. Crazy. You can sell pockets for crafters. So they said you can even sell old pill bottles that, take your medicine out, clean them up. You can sell old pill bottles. I bet you can sell toilet paper rolls. There's a person that sold an invisible friend on eBay for $4,000. I'm going to do a whole segment on the weirdest things that have sold on eBay. So I want to talk to you about different platforms like Vinted, Depop, Etsy, eBay, Mercari, Poshmark. There's one called a Heroin or something like that. That's men's clothes now. Tradesy, ThreadUp. You can make money from Once Upon a Child. There's money, and that can allow you to stay home with your children, homeschool your kids. That's what we did. Our children homeschooled our kids, and we made it work. People were like, how could you? My husband was the only one that worked, and I did eBay. And so it was so funny because my kids started helping me after a while. When they got older, they would help me go do bag sales. And we would go home and put the stuff on. And when it sold, we'd go to McDonald's. Like, that was our money to go to McDonald's. Look, Mom, we made enough to go to McDonald's. Or we've made enough to go to this water park. Or, or something. Go bowling with your children. Let them be a part of it. Teach them financial. Some of the stuff they teach at school is amazing. And I'm really seriously thinking about getting my teacher certification. I just got my bachelor's because I want to teach English, history, something like that at the school, probably English, and leadership or economics, home ec. So there's amazing things at the school that they teach. But what your children can learn from you is priceless. Take them into the store. Get them a little calculator. Let them add up how much, which one's going to be worth your money. Is this big 64-ounce one, or should we buy two, hold on a minute, 64 ounce or 41 164 or 242s. So you want to go do percentage. Okay, this is 30% off. Take the calculator, honey. Let me take them with you. To give them their own little fake checkbook and give them something they can sell on your resale business, and give them 5 items and let them flip that money. Teach them things they're going to use every day. That's what's important. You know, math is important. Learning to speak well and write well. You know, arithmetic used to be, what is it? Was reading, writing, and arithmetic. You know, now we have science and history, which is great. But take the time, if you're going to be a reseller, take that extra time that you would be commuting and put it into your children. Sit down with a puzzle of the United States and put it together. You know, watch something on the Civil War. You know, they're trying to take away history, and it makes me so sad. And I think eventually history will not be a subject taught at the school. It just won't, because they're going to take it away, because a lot of it, they say, you know, it's breeding racism. It's showing our children someone's better than the other. It's showing, you know, different religions. And so anyhow, that's the controversy right now. Go on YouTube and look at these school board outbursts where these parents are furious over the schools teaching, I don't know what it's called, something about racism. But we have to keep and instill these things into our children. You know, teach them about forgiveness and teach them about love and things that's going to carry on for the rest of their life. Be the example for them. All right. This was about reselling, and Crazy Penny has went off on a rabbit hole. I'm bad about that. I'll say squirrel. My husband said, you can lose your attention. Squirrel. I'm going to go that way. So this is about reselling, and it's about a community, a resale community, and I'm here to answer any question that I can. So if you're interested in reselling, shoot me an email at crazyjewelrylady2021@gmail.com. Comment down here. I am here to help you. So this is Penny, the Crazy Jewelry Lady. Now I'll give you, on the next video,